don't want to mess with it. Might get
Yes?
broken. Hi. What are you doing?
I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
You teach me some more fighting moves?
I think you are ready for the final tier I wish to teach. You have made much progress. For this, you may use any melee weapon and any shields you possess, but nothing else. No Jedi saber, and no other items.
Okay. So shields and melee weapons, but no lightsaber, no force powers, and no other items.
We shall begin this.
Okay. Vibro cutter. Yeah, these don't do that much damage, but they have a better chance to hit. Got the Verbolther's Vibroblade handy? No. No. Do I look like the kind of guy that would have that thing ready on me? This is probably the best. Did she say I could use shields? Oh, yeah. Ah, that's too bad.
Atris was correct about you. You know war, its motions and currents. There is nothing more I can teach you.
Way too dank. Then maybe I can teach you some things.
I have already learned much of your styles and combat. There is no need to know more.
What's the problem?
Combat among the Ichani is a personal thing. Repeated duels are not what they are in other cultures, and I would rather that this not become more than it is. And I have taken an oath to Atris against studying from a Jedi, or anything of the Jedi teachings.
But do you want to learn?
What I desire is of no importance. My father broke his oaths. He shamed us all. I do not wish to follow his path. I swore not to follow his path. If I were to follow a Jedi against Atris's wishes, then I would be betraying her for you.
I have fought beside you. You know me, as well as you know Atris. What do you want?
This is a difficult thing for me to say, but I ask that you be silent as I tell you this. It is my desire to learn from you what you can teach me of battle. I have already learned much in our duels, but with every battle, I wish to know more of you. Your stance, your movements, I can sense shades of meaning and an echo of something I have yet to experience. Atris said that you were the only Jedi to have survived the Mandalorian Wars, that you had stared into the heart of war and only turned away because you were forced to. I do not believe her. I believe that you made a choice, as my father did, and that is important to me, more than you know. And you are important to me more than you know. I will accept whatever you wish to teach me, though it breaks my oath to Atris.
Have you thought about your heritage?
I have thought about what you have said, of my mother, of my bloodline. There is something I would ask of you.
And so it ends.
I want you to teach me the ways of the Force, to become a Jedi Knight like my mother.
I will not train you as a Jedi, but only in the ways of the Force.
That is all I wish. I want to feel what my mother felt for my father. What ran through my mother's veins when she was one with the Force. I wish to hear what my mother heard as she fought the Mandalorians until the moment she died on Malachor 5.
Then know this. You have the markings of a Jedi Guardian within you, and it is time I showed you that path.
I will not let you down, Exile. I will honor you
Nice.
as I honor the face of my mother.
The Handmaiden has taken her first steps on the path of the Jedi Guardian. She will grow in ability as she travels with you. Nice. She's gonna be pissed.
Betrayal.
What you talking about, betrayal, Kreia? Get out of here.
Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Mistress?
She has betrayed
Bitch, what?
me. The last of your sisters has betrayed me. Betrayed us. She is your sister no more. She does not travel with the exile. Instead, she has chosen to walk the path of the Jedi.
Mistress, forgive us, but are you certain? She would not forsake her oath so lightly.
It is the truth. And it is done. Do you doubt me?
No, mistress. It is you who saved the Jedi
Ego.
upon Dantooine, who have collected their knowledge and hid it here to protect it.
But why? How did she fall? It is a sign of his corruption. And perhaps hers as well. He will train her, and she will be flawed.
Flawed. Floored or flawed? Your accent's so hard to figure out. All right, what's
Yes?
up? Can you teach me?
There's nothing more I can.
The reason why I have to
Duels
fight
among-
naked? Well, to duel with clothes seems a little
Your modesty
floored,
has no place in
floored?
combat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just something so fancy about the accent. Can't even tell. I guess there's... Well, you're a Jedi now. Go have fun, kid. Kreia's gonna have some words. Kreia's gonna have some words. Niner, welcome back.
Yes?
Welcome.
Have you come with questions?
I want you to teach me about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
I wish to ask about the lesson related to my skills.
Have you done as I asked?
Stealth. I have devoted myself to relying on not being seen.
Very well. Then know this. How some situations play out depend on who is perceiving them and whether they are being perceived. Your ability to control the perception of others in such situations will allow you to manipulate events to resolve them peacefully or violently. Skill does not always draw from the Force, but it is a measure of power nonetheless. It can grant knowledge, help steady oneself when one's thoughts are in chaos, or grant enlightenment. Much can be achieved without the Force, as you know. Life continues, persists, and may be helped or harmed as a result. Now I am tired. Leave me to my meditations.
Gain a bonus to your weakest and strongest skills, and you have also recovered some of your connection to the Force. How much of an increase? Looks like about 1 across the board or something? I'm not sure, hard to say. Let's get these shavers back. Put my clothes back on, gosh. This one?
Yes?
Yes. More about the Force. Before, when I heard the thoughts of my companions, I heard something like an echo.
Ah, I had wondered if... But your powers are strong indeed. There are places in the galaxy, strong in the Force, light, dark. They are born in places teeming with life, and in places that are filled with death. Worlds whose surfaces are graveyards, whose screams echo through the Force. It is possible for war, for men to give birth to such places, to leave wounds on the galaxy itself. What you heard was the echo of the past, and it travels still.
It's familiar. But that sound, that echo, it was more than beyond the ship. It was the people in it.
Of course, that is the nature of echoes. And when there is a wound in the Force, it rarely leaves the life around it untouched. The answer will come to you in time. It must. When there is nothing more that you may learn from me, when the ruins of your past have been cleared away and I am no more, then you shall know what it is. And if you do not, then the galaxy shall die, and all my hopes for you will have been for nothing.
I had other questions.
Ask, and I...
The wife wanted warheads. Ooh, I haven't had a warhead in a minute. That sounds pretty good. Store didn't have any, so I brought her a coconut cream pie and told her she would have to deal with it. Yeah, that's kind of different flavors, but I haven't had a warhead in a minute. I don't even know if I've seen them like in a store or anything. Oh, my mouth is watering for one right now. I can like taste it. I don't know if there's any other facets.
Revan, but it was the... Fall. Is that what he... And after, in the times when Revan was coming to his own and learning he was more than he had been told. At one time, Revan was my Padawan, in times past, long ago. But Revan, when he had learned all he could, had other masters, that fool Jar and other Jedi on other planets. He learned from each, but in the end, he turned back to me. When he realized there was nothing more to be learned from the Jedi except how one could leave them forever.
What was Revan like as a student?
Revan was power.
I think I've already asked her all this.
You, when... Ask.
Don't know if there's any other dialogue lines that I need to go through with her. Sour Kinda? Yeah, dude. It's like painfully sour, but like still so good. I was never crazy about them growing up, but there was like one or two flavors. I can't remember which one was the best. Was it the blue one? I don't know. One of them was just so good.
Ignorance, and perhaps they do not remember or care. It is of no consequence to me or to them. Do not let them discover what makes you what you are before you do, or the consequences for the galaxy will be terrible. Because you learned to live without the Force, and that is something... I know of them, yes. And yes, of pain he has learned much, of not like the others. Even now she is difficult to see. She must remain hidden for now until the time is right. If not, then all our efforts will be for nothing. In this you must trust me. If she is exposed too soon, then this war will be over before it has begun.
I've gone through all this with her. Don't think there's really much else for her. Mandalore, you got anything you want to say?
Nice ship you have here. Where did you get it?
It's hard to explain, actually. One thing happened after another, and we ended up with it.
Ah, so it's like that.
Oh yeah, it's almost time, Niner. Almost time. We'll raid over there. What's your take on the Republic?
The Republic is a stagnant beast that had been killing its people for years before the wars began. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already be dead.
You seem awfully complimentary of Revan, considering he almost destroyed your people.
Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition until Revan assumed command of the Republic forces. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought, while the others cowered in their halls, afraid to meet us head-on.
The Jedi had their reasons for staying out of the war. Nah. It wasn't fear that kept the Jedi from fighting.
I'm sure there were good reasons.
No, I didn't say there were good reasons.
You of being a coward. You commanded the Republic fleet that destroyed ours. You were a worthy opponent. Now is there something else you needed?
Can you tell me about the Mandalorians?
The Republic thinks my people are dead, scattered. They are wrong. You should have destroyed us when you had the chance. As long as one Mandalorian lives, we will survive. Our honor, fortunes, and lives revolve around battle. From our earliest history, this has been our way, as it will be always.
My life has revolved around the same things.
Which is one of the reasons I travel with you. It pleases me that you recognize the truth. The Mandalorian clans will be united. Then we will take back our place in the galaxy. But we live in times of action, and I've said enough for now. We can speak of this again later. Now, is there something else you needed?
Are you certain the clans will follow you?
We have suffered defeats before, but none like our defeat at Malachor. Our spirit may have faded, but it hasn't died. It will burn bright again, like a star in the heavens.
Why haven't the clans come together earlier?
The end of the Mandalorian Wars was something new and unknown to us. Revan fought us like a true warrior and defeated us on our own terms. Revan embodied our philosophy and showed us our own weaknesses. Then he exploited them. It was a painful lesson. With Mandalore dead, our weapons taken, and our pride destroyed, many lost their way. But I will change that.
Hasn't anybody tried to do that before you?
Only Mandalore can command the clans. There was no new Mandalore for many years. I can tell you want to know more, but we can talk more later about this.
Why
now, is
later?
there something else you needed?
How did you become Mandalore?
Being Mandalore is the greatest honor for our people. Mandalore's helmet is passed from one leader to the next. When Revan executed Mandalore before our eyes, he cast Mandalore's helmet away, denied it to us. He took Mandalore's helmet and left with it. If he hadn't done that, the new Mandalore would have been chosen that day. But without leadership and direction, the clans scattered, fell apart.
So all of this over a helmet?
It isn't just any helmet. It means more to us than your lightsaber does to you. While it wouldn't be unheard of for a new helmet to be created, it was determined to find the real thing. Claiming the helmet is a traditional way for the new Mandalore to be chosen. Even in defeat, we held on to our traditions.
So how did you find the helmet?
During the Jedi Civil War, I met and traveled with Revan. I was there with him when he defeated Darth Malak, and traveled with him afterwards. Eventually, he told me where he had taken the helmet. He set me upon this path. We can talk about Revan and other things later if you like. You know enough for now. Now, is there something else you needed?
Can you do anything to help out?
I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians. I will help you fight your battles and plan your strategy. But I will not be your errand boy.
Oh.
Find some other lackey to do your bidding.
Oh, okay.
Now, is there something else you needed?
I was wondering if you can give me some stims.
I thought that the Force would be enough of a weapon for a Jedi like yourself. Need a little something extra to work up your courage in a fight?
If not for myself.
Right. That makes sense. I'm sure the others are just too embarrassed to ask for themselves, so they sent you in their place.
Yeah, that's right.
We wouldn't want to let them down. Here. And don't get too attached to them. I only have time to make so many. Now, is there something else you needed?
Yeah, some more stems.
Here you go. But don't get too attached to them. Now, is there...
Yeah, some stems.
Here you go. But don't get too attached to them. I only have time to... Now, is there something...
Yeah, some stems.
Here you go. But now... Already gave you my last one. Go easy on them. Even a strong warrior can only take so much. Now, is there some...
I'm not trying to diss him. You have that armor in SOTOR? Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. 3 strength adrenals, huh? Okay. Mira, you got anything you want to say?
Something wrong?
I get some grenades?
More grenades?
Yep.
All right.
You seem
It's all this
restless.
traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
This is no smuggler's moon.
I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life.
Whoa. I was hoping we could talk.
Talk? About what?
I wanted to get to know you a little
Why,
better.
you trying to be my father? No thanks.
Oh,
Already
yeah.
had one.
We've had this conversation.
Somewhere. Are you sure you're a Jedi? Look, you're way too old. I mean, besides, you already have your... Look, if you're sweet, old guy. It's more than age. Run away? Go ahead.
All right, HK, you ready? You ready, buddy? Step away. Okay, I guess those two pieces.
What have you brought me?
Okay. Considering I saved you, you could be more grateful.
The fact we are even having a conversation is gratitude. Usually, my conversations do not have the give and take that our current interaction does. And, of course, there is much more screaming on the part of the listener when the torture field is activated.
Here's some questions for you.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
You wanted me to save the Republic. How is that possible?
There are several factors, all of which affect each other. There is the stabilization of Dantooine, the preservation of the restoration efforts on Telos, the political...
Okay, been over this. Other questions?
A common misconception, Revan.
Okay. I don't think there's anything more. Did you know Mandalore? Once? Why doesn't he recognize you? Yeah, but not every droid is the same. Well, maybe they are to a Mandalorian. I'm just making an observation. I can tell you apart from other droids. Well, most of them. Patootie! Can you tell me what happened to Canderous? Yes, I want to see the holo record. Oh, I don't remember this. Oh, snap. Eyes. Is that all there is? I don't understand. It looked like Revan needed Canderous. Why did you show me this? A glitch? Ah, alright. Why doesn't he recognize you? Okay. Never mind, I'll be going. Okay. It's a cool little scene. Just checking on Handmaiden. She seems fine. Hatton, any last words before we call it a stream?
Something up? All right. It's another story.
Okay. He's not feeling it. So I guess we're out of here. We'll call it right there. Before we travel. Gonna need to decide where we go next. Because I guess we have to go do another planet, then we come back to Onderon or something like that. I don't remember. But I think we just move on. We got to go to Dantooine or Korriban. And we'll decide that tomorrow.